Hi everyone. Right, I've started. I've already started doing the pearly bits on the ribbon. I just wanted you to see what it looks like. Now, I know this looks like a huge bow, but I could have done that in a circle of those, and then another circle in there, and then a flower in the middle to make it look like a huge flower. There's a lot of things you can do with it. Yes, you can add water to the Inca Golds, and you can use them as paints. So they're really a good buy, because you know you normally get those tubes. Well, they're only small tubes. For the same price, you're getting all of that. You know, it's quite... I mean, I've used mine, so I've used about half. And like I say, you can wet them and you can paint with them. And so there's a really good purpose, and it's worth paying. I think it's £4 something for them. Now, if you type in Inca Gold, space jennings644, it will take you to the website, and there's a link there where's the cheapest place that I've found to buy these so far. That's if you live in the UK, and they've got all different colours. Now, regarding the ribbons, what I was just saying to somebody, I made a comment back to them. When you've done these, when you know you've painted, where's the ribbon? Here's the ribbon. I mean, we can all use those. They're quite nice to use as they are. But, you know, if you want to decorate them up, you can. This one's quite broad, so I had to cut it. Otherwise, it would have been too big. But if you get those that's about 1.5 inches, they make a really good... what you could do with them is you can paint them, and then you can stamp on them. So, just say for argument's sake, I wanted to paint that black, but put some steampunk cog stamps on it. Or, you know, steampunk woman with a hat on, or whatever I wanted to do. You make your own ribbon from these. And because the paper, you can also emboss with them. So you can, you know, use your ink, like the Judykins ink, put that on your stamp, and then stamp onto that, and then emboss it with some embossing powder. So think outside the box. There's a lot of things you can use. I know some people might think, well, it's not my taste, and they've probably, if they've ever received it in a rack, this was in a rack. And if you've done that, and I'm not saying I don't like this, because I do like the pattern, but if you do, and a lot of people, you know, probably say, oh, well, where am I going to use that? Think outside the box, change the colour of it, do your own bit of stamping, do some embossing on it, or whatever you want to do with it, and add a bit of pearl, like I've done with mine. Now, I'm not doing the outside ones, and these can be moved about a bit. You know, because you can do what you like with them. They're on wire. Bring them in a bit. Like that. And I just think that's a nice little gift box. Now. So there's a lot of things you can do if you only think outside the box. I mean, that was the inch one. That was the 1.5 inches. So really, 1 inch one for ribbon would have been fine. But yeah, you can do all sorts with them. Think of the stamps you've got, and what could you do with it to change it. Quite like them. This one's going out to somebody. I'm going to leave it, again, I'm going to leave the... I've done the inside, but I'm going to leave the base as it is, because they may want to change it. And I've left the base for you to do with what you want. I've also added in one of these, which I made the other day. I think I showed it earlier. Like that. I made another brooch with the beads and pearls on. And I do like those. They're gorgeous. And I do have a tutorial on those. Oh, just put brooch in. Honest to God, I don't know. I've got that many tutorials, I couldn't exactly tell you where it was. And I've also made a shabby chic flower with my pearl centre. This is a different pearl centre that I showed, and they're just using teardrops. And you cut a disc of paper, add your teardrops on, add your next layer, and then put something in the middle. This is like a eyelet lace doilies. Just fold your doilies, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 5 doilies on that one. So I've just made a handmade flower. And just add a little bit of tissue paper into the bottom. And like I say, they can, if they want to, decorate that up, use that on a different project if they just want to keep that as is. You know, it's completely up to you lot what you do with them. I don't always like to paint all of mine. I mean, they might want this as a pink base with a black lid. So there's no point in me painting that if they want it, you know, looking slightly different. But there you are. That's how you do them. And you can do bows in different ways. I chose to do that one. I like it. So I hope that's helpful. Oops, I put that back in the lid, in the base. I just want to show you this, because I don't think I've shown this yet, have I? Do you remember I said I was going to do that dress form? Well, I've started it. And what I've done, I gave it some Mod Podge. I then did some brown acrylic paint and then Mod Podged over that again. And I ended up with that. It is, you can see all the details in it, but you know, because the Mod Podge bubbled, so it's come out with some really nice pattern to it. And then what I've done is I've just glued on some wings. I took from the bust section some cogs going up around there, and then from here going around there. I've not finished with it yet because I want some wiry bits sticking out, and you know, the only way to do that is now what did I do with mine? I don't know. I'll have to find it out. But yeah, I just want to put some bits and pieces in as well. But that's the dress form, and I think it looks far better now than what it did before. And it's just a case of painting it. If you do want to get a texture to it, then just do a layer of Mod Podge, a layer of paint, a layer of Mod Podge, and then you could do maybe a couple of layers of paint and then a couple of layers of Mod Podge, and then bubble it, and you just hold the heat on it and it bubbles. And I do like that. I think that's come out really smart, really nice. I'm not quite finished with it yet, but I will do. I'll show you when it's done. But yeah, like that, with some gold wings. Really, that's it. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye for now.